In the swirling shadows of Port Charles, secrets dance like daggers waiting to strike. But sometimes, the deepest shadows give way to revelations so explosive they threaten to consume everyone. That moment arrives when Selina Wu, the ever-calm queen of Port Charles's underworld, takes a dangerous gamble. She tells Sonny Corinthos the whole truth about Sidwell's chilling plan, a plan so meticulous, so venomous, it could decimate families, burn alliances to ash, and change the landscape of power forever. This is a spoiler-filled journey into betrayal, fear, love, and power, where every whispered word may cost a life, and every alliance may hide a knife in the back. Buckle up, GH fans. Port Charles will never be the same again. The week begins with Port Charles caught in uneasy silence. The Corinthos coffee warehouse hums with quiet activity, but Sonny's mind is anything but calm. Since Jason's return and the unraveling of recent betrayals, Sonny feels the tremors of an even greater threat. Ava's warnings, Brick's quiet investigations, and Dex's discreet surveillance all hint at the same chilling truth. Sidwell, a shadowy figure known to few, is orchestrating something catastrophic. But even Sonny, a man who has faced the likes of Cyrus Renaud, Anthony Zachara, and even his own father Mike's decline, isn't prepared for what Selina Wu is about to reveal. At the Savoy, Curtis senses the storm brewing too. He notices Selina's distraction, the way her eyes scan the room, searching the shadows. And late at night, in a back room where no eyes can see, Selina makes a fateful call. "Sonny, meet me at the docks. Alone. We have much to discuss." Fog drifts like ghosts across the pier. Sonny arrives first, his silhouette dark against the water, flanked discreetly by two of his most trusted men. But he waves them back when Selina steps into view. She moves silently, her eyes sharp and wary. "Selina," Sonny greets her, tension humming in his voice. "You sounded urgent." "It is," she replies, her voice calm but edged with something Sonny rarely sees in her: fear. "This isn't just business. It's war." And with those words, she opens a door Sonny has long tried to kick down. The truth about Sidwell. Selina begins by painting a portrait of Sidwell, a figure not born from Port Charles's turf wars, but someone who has studied Sonny's empire with ruthless precision. Sidwell didn't rise through the ranks, he bought them. Connections in Eastern Europe, silent partnerships with politicians in Albany, and dark money funneled through seemingly legitimate corporations. "Sonny," Selina warns, "Sidwell isn't like Cyrus or Victor Cassadine. He doesn't want to share power. He wants to erase you and everyone tied to you." Sonny listens, each word a tightening knot in his chest. But Selina isn't done. She lays out Sidwell's plan, step by step. Destabilize Sonny's family. Sidwell began quietly, using whispers and bribes to fan the flames of conflict within Sonny's family. The mysterious fire at the Metro Court, and then the arson at Sonny's warehouse, both orchestrated by Sidwell's men. Their goal? Force Sonny to turn inward, suspicious of everyone. Turn trusted allies into enemies. Sidwell's strategy included reaching out to Jason's former contacts, dangling money and protection in exchange for betrayal. Even Dex found himself approached through an anonymous middleman, though Dex refused. Control the police and City Hall. Sidwell poured money into select council members and a judge. Selina whispers names Sonny recognizes, people who smiled at his charity galas, shook his hand, pretended to be neutral. They're all Sidwell's pawns. Use Nina, Ava, and Carly as leverage. Selina reveals something Sonny didn't know. Sidwell's men bugged Nina's office at Crimson, gathered dirt on Ava's art acquisitions tied to offshore accounts, and even discovered financial irregularities from Carly's investment with Drew. Sidwell planned to release scandals strategically, destroying them publicly, and by extension, Sonny. The kill switch. Selina's voice lowers. Sidwell's final move, she says, is what truly terrified her. Plans to orchestrate simultaneous attacks on Sonny's businesses and on his family. "The goal isn't just your death, Sonny," Selina says quietly. "He wants your name to burn so brightly in scandal and violence that your children will be forced to change theirs." Sonny, hands clenched, paces the dock. His face is a mask of rage, pain, and calculation. He wants to make me a monster to my own family, Sonny breathes. Selena nods.
Yes.
And if he succeeds, Port Charles won't remember you as a father or a protector, just as the man who brought chaos. Sonny's mind races to Michael, Christina, Donna, Avery, even Spencer and Trina by extension. And to Jason, whose return now seems perfectly timed. Sidwell hoped Jason's presence would ignite new divisions. But Sonny isn't the man he once was. Experience, heartbreak, and years of rebuilding have taught him something Sidwell doesn't know. Sonny can bend, but he doesn't break. Selena reveals why she came forward. Sidwell expected her to stay silent. In fact, he even offered her a seat at the table, once Sonny fell. "I have made many deals, Sonny," she says, her eyes glinting. "But betrayal isn't in my blood. Port Charles needs you, even if you don't always see it." Sonny extends a hand, and Selena takes it. A pact is forged, not just of survival, but of shared purpose, to stop Sidwell before his plan ignites. Selena's confession doesn't stay between them for long. Sonny quietly gathers his inner circle. Jason, still grappling with his own guilt about time lost, Jason is ready to go to war. But he urges Sonny not to let anger blind him. "If we strike too fast, we play into Sidwell's hands," Jason warns. Ava. When Sonny shares part of the plan, Ava's mask cracks. She admits she heard whispers, but dismissed them as rumors. Now, she fears for Avery. Carly. Sonny confesses the danger to Carly, and though their relationship is complicated, Carly's first instinct is to protect their children. "Whatever it takes, Sonny," she says fiercely. "We do it together." Dex and Brick, tasked with investigating the bugging of Crimson and the source of the warehouse fire, they begin tracing Sidwell's network. Even people outside Sonny's direct circle feel the tremor. Michael, torn between his past anger at Sonny and fear for his family, Michael starts reconsidering his own distance. Christina, determined not to be a pawn again, Christina volunteers to help, using her foundation to track charitable donations Sidwell may have used as cover. Nina, guilt weighs heavy. She let her guard down, and Sidwell exploited it. As Sonny and Selena move to counter Sidwell, he strikes again. An anonymous source leaks incriminating documents to the press, suggesting Sonny's coffee imports are a front for laundering dirty money. Headlines erupt, turning public sentiment. Then, worse, a fire breaks out at Charlie's pub while Christina is inside. Though she survives, it becomes clear Sidwell's done waiting. Sonny realizes Sidwell wants to force his hand, to push him into reckless violence, giving Sidwell's political puppets the excuse to arrest or kill him. With Jason's help, Sonny crafts a counterstrike. Expose Sidwell's money trail. Brick uncovers offshore accounts linking Sidwell to bribes in City Hall. Turn as pawns, Sonny and Selena quietly approach one of Sidwell's lieutenants, a man terrified for his family, and convince him to flip. Protect the innocent. Dex and Jason quietly relocate Donna and Avery to a safe house. Carly and Nina put aside old wounds to keep them safe. A media play. Sonny leaks evidence showing how Sidwell manipulated the fires and scandals, turning public sympathy back toward Sonny. Sidwell learns of Selena's betrayal. He targets the Wu family gambling empire, ordering an attack designed to draw her out. Selena survives, but not without cost. Her most trusted associate is killed. Selena mourns, her grief hidden behind cold fury. But it steals her resolve to finish what she started. Sidwell finally emerges from the shadows, certain he has Sonny cornered. At a gala, ironically meant to celebrate Port Charles' unity, Sidwell makes his move, planning to publicly humiliate Sonny and then have him arrested. But Sonny and Selena are ready. Brick feeds Sidwell false information about Sonny's location. Jason and Dex corner Sidwell in a back hallway. Meanwhile, at the gala, Sonny appears with proof of Sidwell's corruption, showing it to journalists and city officials. Sidwell, realizing the trap too late, tries to flee, but Selena blocks his path. She looks into his eyes, calm as ever, and says, "Port Charles has survived Cassidines and Corinthoses. But not you. Jason steps forward, and Sidwell is arrested, not just for bribery and arson, but attempted murder. The war is over, but the scars remain. Sonny reflects on how close he came to losing everything. He begins to mend fences with Michael and Christina, vowing to never again let secrets drive them apart. Selena mourns her associate quietly, but her bond with Sonny is stronger than ever. They remain allies, guardians of an uneasy peace. Carly and Nina discover that shared love for family can overcome even old betrayals. They aren't friends, but a cold truce forms. Jason, his return now feels purposeful. He helped save the family he once feared he'd lost. Ava looks at Avery with fresh resolve, promising to never again let anyone use her daughter. Even as Sidwell sits in jail, Port Charles is never truly safe. Rumors swirl of Sidwell's unknown allies. And from the ashes of this battle, new threats will rise. But for now, thanks to Selina Wu's courage and Sonny's refusal to break, Port Charles survives. Families begin to heal. Old wounds begin to close. And in the smoky twilight of the docks, Sonny and Selena stand together, silent but united. In the end, it wasn't violence that saved Sonny Corinthos. It was truth, spoken bravely by someone who could have stayed silent. Selina Wu risked everything to reveal Sidwell's plan, and by doing so, she changed the future of Port Charles. General Hospital has always been a story of family, betrayal, and redemption. And this chapter proves once again, even in the darkest hour, a single act of courage can turn the tide. Stay tuned, GH fans. Because in Port Charles, every ending is only the beginning.